Hi, my name is Faith Hunter, and welcome to session 1 of Chakra Awakening Body and Soul. This particular practice is all about the first chakra. We are going to get into grounding and creating stability through the legs, not only just through some of our warrior poses and standing postures, but also through the breath and using mudras. We're going to begin in a comfortable cross-leg position. Sit up nice and tall. Feel the crown of your head rise. Take a deep breath in, and then exhale slowly out of your mouth. And we're going to jump right in with a mudra. This is the Ganesh Mudra. Now, if you know anything about Ganesh, it is a Hindu deity, but we're really focusing on the energy that this particular mudra cultivates. It's really mostly about grounding, connecting, but also as we move through all of the chakras, I also want you to think about removing the obstacles, clearing the path, and making a way to your powerful connection to self and your personal essence. So this mudra will start off this entire program with clearing a path and opening up the doorway to your personal enlightenment. Ganesh Mudra, bring your left hand right in front of your heart, palm facing out, and then your right hand in front of that. And then you're going to make a little clasp here with the fingers. And as you breathe in, I want you to tighten that up and pull it apart. And then as you exhale, soften a little bit. Just breathe in, pull it apart. There's a little resistance. And then exhale, soften. Go in and close your eyes and just feel that. Breathing in and exhale, soften. Breathe in, tighten it up, and exhale, soften. Continue with that a few more times. And as you do, what I'd like for you to do is actually think about those challenges in your life. What's keeping you from feeling stabilized, connected, rooted, and grounded, not just on a physical level, but also on an emotional level? What's keeping you from being your best self? And know that as we do this first practice, we're establishing our personal foundation, clearing away the things that are no longer serving us. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Now go on and switch the hands. So bringing the left hand in front, right hand closer to your heart center, and find that same sense of energy. Breathing in, tighten. Exhale, soften. Breathe in, tighten. Exhale, soften. Feel that sensation of strength that you're cultivating as the hands release and tighten. Feel your connection to the earth. Exhale. One more. Tighten it up. Breathing in. And exhale, release the hands. Palms facing down in this gesture of moving inward and rooting. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, slowly open your eyes. And let's move into our flow here. So we're going to make our way onto our hands and knees. So as you come onto all fours, immediately make this connection through the palms. Thumbs are in, pinky fingers are on the edges of your mat. Press into the tops of your feet. Gaze slightly forward. And then as you inhale, lift your chest, drop the belly. So we are taking cat and cow. But as you exhale, round the back, press into your hands, press into the tops of the feet. Inhale, drop your belly, lift your chest. And as you exhale, round the back, and this time press into the tops of the feet and lift the knees. Lower your knees, drop the belly, lift your heart. Exhale, round chin to chest. One more. Lift your chest, drop the belly, press into your palms, tops of the feet, and the knees hover. Exhale, slowly release. Connecting to the feet now, you're going to curl your toes under and then draw your hips back, almost like we're making our way into a child's pose, but not quite. And I want you to feel the sensation, the stretching of your toes and the arches. Just simply draw the hips back. Feel that weight. Feel that extra little stretch. One more breath. And then lift back onto your hands and knees. Slowly begin to straighten your legs and find your way in down dog. Keep the knees bent in your down dog for a moment and just allow the spine to release from your hips and the crown of your head to melt towards the earth. Feel the hips drawing back and slowly begin to straighten the legs, gently awakening the hamstrings, the calf muscles. Inhale, rise into the balls of your feet. And then exhale, press the heels generously to the earth. Inhale, rise into the balls of your feet. And exhale, heels to the earth. One more. Breathe in, rise into the balls of your feet. Exhale, press your heels into the earth. Holding here for 2 breaths, just finding stillness in your down dog. Gazing back right between your inner thighs or at your belly button. And definitely checking out your feet, spreading the toes wide, and make sure that your inner arches are parallel. One more breath here. And with mindfulness and full awareness of the sensations on the soles of your feet, begin to walk to the front of your mat, but take tiny baby steps. Don't rush it. Feel free to bend your knees as you make your way there. And as you come all the way to the top of the mat, feet are slightly apart. Soften your knees, allow the spine to release, and then just hang over like a rag doll. If it feels good, you can gently rock from side to side. Take a deep breath in, exhale, feel your weight shift forward towards the balls of your feet, awakening the Achilles and your calf muscles here. Again, the knees are soft. Draw the weight back a little bit, so now it comes towards your heels. The toes lift slightly, and then shift the weight forward once again towards the balls of your feet. And then make a connection so that you feel the weight now centered between the balls of your feet and the heels. Keep the knees soft and slowly begin to lift your body all the way up. Come to stand, finding your way in mountain pose, Tadasana. Feet slightly apart or together, whatever feels best for you, and then release the arms alongside your body. Feel the crown of your head rise towards the ceiling as the belly button draws deep into your spine to naturally release the tailbone towards the earth. And as you stand here in mountain pose, feel your weight fully, completely, evenly distributed over both feet. Maybe even lift your toes up for a moment, spread them apart, and then drop them back into the earth. So as we move through our flow here, it's going to be really, really important to feel that connection, right, through the soles of your feet. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Press into your feet. Inhale, rise. Lift the arms high over your head. As you exhale, dive forward, leading with your heart center. Hands to the floor. Inhale, lift up halfway, hands to the mat, or you can rest them at your shins. Soft bend in your knees, plant the palms down to the floor, and then step yourself all the way back into downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Drawing the hips back. Take one more breath here. Inhale out into your plank pose. Bring your shoulders over your wrist, and you have the choice. You can drop your knees and chest to the mat, or you can go right for Chaturanga Dandasana. Roll over to the tops of your feet for upward facing dog. Curl the toes under. Feel those feet fully manipulate as you drop them back into your downward facing dog. Taking 2 breaths here. Deep inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. and exhale. Send your gaze forward, lift your right foot and step it all the way to the front of your mat. Bring your left foot to meet it and fold over both legs. Press into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up to stand, arms rise. And then exhale, fold back over, pouring your heart forward, right over those legs. Inhale, lift up halfway and prepare. Soften the knees, plant the palms down, step your left foot all the way behind you. And then bring your right foot to meet it, downward facing dog. Keeping the legs straight here. Take another breath in your down dog. Inhale, find your way into plank pose, shoulders come over your wrist. Draw the belly in, gaze forward. Arms bend, drop the knees if you need to. Roll over to the tops of your feet. Peel your chest up for your Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. And then roll over your feet, manipulating those toes, pressing the heels to the mat for downward facing dog. Deep inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Rise onto your toes, gaze forward, step your left foot between your hands, and then bring your right foot to meet it, forward fold over both legs. Grounding down, inhale, rise, lift up, arch back, arms lift, and then pour it forward once again. Hands to the mat. Now this time you have the option. You can breathe in, lift up halfway, walk back to your downward facing dog or plank pose, or plant the palms to the mat and float back for your Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, and then exhale, down dog. Breathing in, right leg lifts to the sky as high as you possibly can. And then draw your knee forward, step your right foot between your hands, and spread the right toes wide so you're fully grounding down here. Send that left foot all the way down to the mat so you're turning it out about 45 degrees. And then draw your right hip back, rooting down for your warrior one as you lift your torso up. Feel the right rib cage draw back, and then send the arms high over your head. Holding here in your warrior pose, feeling connected, rooted, and grounded, and feeling that energy ignited through the soles of your feet and carrying up into your fingertips. One more breath. Take a deep inhale in warrior one, and then now expand into warrior two, adjusting your back foot so you're turning it out. That left foot's almost parallel to the back of the mat, and you press down as much as you possibly can through the outer edge of your left foot, bending deep into your right leg, feeling that outward rotation of your right thigh, and that right knee trekking right in line with the right middle toe. Arms go wide, shoulders over your hips. Belly in as the tailbone releases down. Two more breaths, feeling the strength and power you're creating right there in your warrior posture. Last breath. Release both hands down to the mat. Frame your front foot and then begin to spin onto the ball of your left foot. Straightening your right leg, so we come into a little modified variation of pyramid pose. You're on the ball of your left foot. The right leg is straight. You can stay right here, nice long spine. Or if you want to go a little deeper, keep the spine long and bow forward over your right thigh. Deep inhale. Exhale. Deep inhale. Exhale. One more breath. Put a soft bend in your right knee, nice low lunge. Step your right foot back, find plank pose and arms bend for Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Roll over your toes, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Take a few breaths here in your down dog, and this time, if you need to, move around, pedal your feet, rock your hips from right to left. So you're feeling that gentle little awakening, things are warming up, and it's perfect. All those sensations climbing from the soles of your feet up into your hips. One more breath. Sweep your left leg to the sky, breathing in. Guide that leg all the way forward with control. Step your left foot between your hands. Spread the left toes wide first. Spin your back, heel down 45 degrees. Wrap that left hip back. Lift your chest by leading your heart forward and carrying that energy up into your warrior one pose. The hands can stay apart. If you want to play around and maybe even bring the palms together, you can do that. Stay low in your left leg so you're really also feeling that quad fully engage. Draw your left rib cage back just a hair, and then press down a little more through the outer edge of your right foot. One more breath. Expanding warrior two pose all the way to the right side of your mat, bending deep in your left knee, belly in, tailbone down, arms expand, and we sink. Pausing, finding stillness, strength, right here in Veer 2. Deep inhale, exhale. Be mindful. Don't allow that left knee to roll open. One more breath. Release your palms down to frame your left foot. Spin onto the ball of your right foot. And then as you exhale, straighten the left leg. Draw that left hip back. Breathe in. Hold here. Long spine, gazing slightly forward. Or exhale, fold over your left thigh. Release the palms and go deeper. Keep the spine long. Two more breaths here. And we're definitely feeling it in the calf muscle as well as the hamstring. Take two more breaths here in the forward fold, modified pyramid pose. One more breath. Soft little bend in the left leg. Plant the palms down to the mat. Ease it back for your plank. Gaze forward. Arms bend right there by your rib cage for your chaturanga. Drop the knees if you need to. Inhale. Lift your heart for up dog. And roll over those toes, hips to the sky. Downward facing dog. Hold here for two more breaths. Deep inhale. Exhale slowly. Deep inhale. And exhale. Rise onto your toes, send the gaze forward. Walk or float your feet to the front of the mat. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, bow forward over your legs. Open your feet out just a little bit, almost about hip distance apart. And then simply bow over. Walk your fingertips towards the outer edge of your right foot. Soften over your right thigh. Be mindful not to lock the knees out, so a soft bend is always perfect. One more breath. Draw your left hip back as you walk your hands over to the right side a little more. Come back to center, and then swivel over to the left side. Hands to the outer edge of your left foot. Draw your right hip back. One more breath. Inhale, walk yourself back to center. Soften the knees. Slowly lift your heart. Come all the way up to stand. Arms rise. And then exhale. Drop the hands to your heart center as you pause here in your mountain pose, Tadasana. And just simply observe, notice, and be aware of the sensations, all of that amazing, powerful energy that you've created, moving from the soles of your feet into your ankles, your shins, your calf muscles, your knees, your quads. Feel yourself fully connected, not only to the earth, but to you. Slowly release the arms alongside your body. And we're going to play with a little balancing here. So you're going to shift your weight over to your left foot. Draw your right leg up for a moment. This may be enough. You stay right here, and you can even slide your hands underneath your right hamstring, holding your leg while also finding balance. If you want to go a little deeper, place your left hand on your hip. Take your right hand to the inside of your right foot and right leg. Slowly begin to extend your right leg, and maybe there's a soft bend in your right knee. Keep your shoulders over your hips, belly in, and maybe if you find a little more extension here for our Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, hand to big toe pose. One more breath. Keep lifting your chest. Soften your right hip. Last breath. Bend your knee, release, let go, and shake it out. And the crazy part, if you fall out of it, it's all good. You just come back, all right? It's all a practice. Let's do the other side. Ground down through your right foot. Slowly lift your left leg. Find the position that works for you. You can hold your leg here. You can bring your right hand to your hip, slide your left arm to the inside of your left leg. Lift your chest, ground down through your right leg. Feel that right quad fully engage and send the energy up as you slowly extend the left leg. Pausing right here with a soft left knee or pressing through your left heel, energizing that entire underneath part of the leg as you draw the leg up, the heart lifts, and find your balance. One more breath. Bend the left leg, let it go, and shake it out. Make your way back into mountain pose, and let's flow through one more little sequence here. Inhale, rise, lift the arms up. Exhale, bow forward, drop your hands down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Plant the palms to the mat and walk or float back for your chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, down dog. Lift the right leg up to the sky, breathing in. Draw your right knee forward and plant your right foot between your hands. Now you're going to take your fingertips out a little bit, almost at a slight angle, and then shift your weight onto your right leg. Keep your heart coming forward. Keep your right knee bent and press back with your left foot. So we're kind of in a modified variation of Warrior 3. Maybe even sweep the arms back and find a little balance. You really feel that right quad working. And then take your left knee, bring it to your right calf muscle. I like to call this crouching tiger. So you're going to really root down and press into your right foot, straighten your right leg, extend your left leg back, and now we're in Warrior 3 pose. One more breath. Soften your left hip, heart forward. Transitioning here for Halfmoon Pose. Maybe lower your hands down and give yourself a little moment to open up. Bend that right leg and straighten. Extend your left heel, reach through your left fingertips. It's all about playfulness and balance. Halfmoon Pose, as you open your left side, stacking left hip on top of right, your right fingertips are about a foot past your right pinky toe. And then lower your hands, step your left foot back, bring your right foot back, downward facing dog, and just find a little movement. So you really felt that right leg work. It was a lot of effort there, but you did it. Inhale to plank pose. Arms bend for chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take another deep breath in and exhale. Let's give it a try on the other side. Left leg lifts up to the sky, full extension. With control, draw your left knee forward and release your left foot between your hands. Chest is coming forward. Reach your fingertips out at an angle so you're setting yourself up right here. Belly is in. Shift your weight onto your left leg. Flex your right foot. Fingertips can stay on the mat. Maybe even bring your right knee to your left calf muscle. Sweep the arms back for our crouching tiger and see what happens as you press down through your left foot, finding your Warrior 3 pose. Press your right foot back. Feel that right big toe spin to the center line of the body. One more breath. And then release your hands to the mat. Find a little stretch with that right leg to open the body up into Halfmoon Pose. Left fingertips on the mat. Right arm goes up to the sky. Right hip stacks on top of left hip. You can keep your gaze down, or if you'd like, you can lift the gaze up. Reach through your right heel, reach through your right fingertips, but feel the strength that you're cultivating in your left leg. So that left quad is engaged. You're spreading your left toes wide. One more breath. Release your right hand down. Step your right foot back, left foot back, downward facing dog. Move around where your body needs to. Plank pose on the inhale. Arms bent for chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra pose. Exhale, hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Slowly lower your knees to the mat. Keep your toes curled under, just as we did in the beginning of our practice, and take a child's pose with the toes curled under. Relax the arms, but keep your weight drawing back. Stretch out your arches. One more breath. Staying in child's pose, release the tops of the feet to the mat now. Relax the arms. Allow your third eye to kiss the earth. Final breath. Slowly begin to lift up. Take your legs, swing them forward for a moment, and just simply give them a little shake, right? And if you need to, you can kind of massage your legs, rotate your ankles. I've been working on them a lot, yeah? And then inhale, lift your chest and arms. Exhale, bow forward over your legs for your forward fold, Paschimottanasana. Take a deep breath in, exhale, soften. And we're just going to move like this for a while. Just breathe in, find length, lift your chest, and then exhale, soften. If you need to, you can always soften the knees as well, a little bend. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, soften. Now let's hold here in our forward fold. And one of my favorite things to do is while I'm in a forward fold is actually take my hands and massage my feet, right? We've been balancing on these amazing 2 digits, so it's so important to give them some love as well. They've been carrying us on our way, helping us to establish a foundation. One more breath. And then slowly begin to make your way up. Go in and cross your ankles once again. Come into a comfortable seat. Sit up nice and tall with the palms facing down. Breathe in. Feel the spine elongate. Exhale, shoulders down the back. Relax the tongue in your mouth. Come into your breath. And once again, returning to your seat. Feeling the hips fully rooted and grounded, but observing and noticing the sensations through the soles of your feet, through the calf muscles, through your quads, through your joints, the ankles and the knees. Even notice the tingling in the soles of your feet and the strength that you've even cultivated in those toes. And know that as we root down and connect through the physical practice, through the breath, that we are establishing a foundation for the rest of our lives. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. Slowly begin to open your eyes. Thank you so much, guys, and I'll see you soon.